Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
So we'll go over the dashboard. I know a lot of you guys probably have questions about that. But let's go over now. I want to get you guys at least into a trade or something like that before we dive down deep into trying to help people out with issues with that. Minute 5, and we're gonna go AIRO. All right, so the trend is actually up, but shout out to you for taking that counter trend trade. Easy 100+ pips, easy, nice. I would have took that trade just because we're in the counter trend. It's currently trend is up, at least on the 5-minute chart. More green zones than red zones. All right. So let's take a look at the market here. G-Chef uptrend. Even if it breaks this zone here, it's going to be less than 20 pips for the next zone. So G-Chef for me is out of the picture for strategy number 3. All right. Only got a 22 pip Asia channel, but for me, it's out of the picture because of this zone right here. GI is to break Asia channel is up here, which is at the zone. And you'd have to go through this zone and the next zone. GU did not follow along the plan yesterday. Matter of fact, hey, speaking of that, I called out G-Chef for the AIRO, for the Strat 3, and then GA for the Strat 7. If you caught pips on G-Chef or GA in the chat group last night, I was up trading. If you caught those 20 pips on those trades, hey, drop a GBP in the chat if you caught those trades yesterday. Whether you caught my trade or you already in them. GBP, go ahead and drop a GBP in the chat. I want to know who all caught those trades last night. Those are easy trades. Easy last night. I'll tell you what else caught it. And Calvin got to see the results. The AIRO EA caught those trades. Well, G-Chef, it didn't catch GA. The AIRO EA went 6-0 yesterday. So got a few tweaks to work out, but the AIRO EA went 6-0 yesterday. 6-0, no losses. So I just say, I was excited to see that. Really, really excited to see that. Really, really excited. So we're in an uptrend right here. GN. What's GN doing? I saw somebody in the group say they're already in GN. It's gonna be an interesting night to see tonight. Interesting night. Yeah, SPX is dropping too, even though it's in an uptrend. GER30 is chilling right now. GER30 is chilling. But I see something already that I'm gonna go ahead and mark up and see if we can't catch a break on it. I see some already. All right. We got a what? We got a, hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and enter in this buy on GER30 for those who aren't in it. I'm gonna go ahead and enter it in this trade, I believe. Yep, we're gonna enter in this trade on GER30. Oops, too high. Bring the left side down. Enter this trade for GER30 here. I'll explain why here in a second. As I see it here, let me go ahead and set this. I'm going for a quick 50 pips, as you guys know. GER30 is a pair that we trade during London session because it is a GER30 is like US30. It's the German 30. So it's the top 30 pairs in the German stock exchange. So it moves during this time. This is when their market is open. And so I'm explaining to you why I took this trade. Some of you guys can probably see it. For those who don't, I'm going to explain to you really, really quickly here as we get in this trade here. If you are taking this trade, make sure that you use proper risk management because GER30 moves just like US30. So as you can see here, I drew a wedge. So we're in a what? We're in an uptrend. All right, we're in an uptrend. You see more green than red. We're in an uptrend. I can see this wedge here. I'm using the 200 moving average as a level of support. All right, and you can see also level of support here. Got a nice little wedge there. And then also, what do I see here? I also see the W formation off of that same level of support. All right. We'll come back and look at GI here in a second. I also see that same, look at that W, look at that, it's a slanted W formation. All right. And so I'm looking for that W to head back on up here to give us 50 pips. And you see that W formation is what? That W formation is slanted up. We're in an uptrend. You got a W formation off of a level of support, which is the 200 moving average and this minor support here. Now I'm looking for a quick 50 pips. I got TP set at 100 because GER30 can have candlesticks that go 300 pips in 2-3 minutes. All right, let's go look at GA real quick. GA gave us an up arrow, which I wouldn't take because it is too close to resistance zone. We're in an uptrend, but you're only 12 pips away. All right. G Chef, we already talked about that one. GU is, let's see here. It's in a downtrend on GU. We're in GU here in a downtrend, and it's sitting right at its zone. GCAD is looking interesting. It's in an uptrend, but it's in a zone right there. That Asia channel right there is about 35 pips, but it's got to break the zone. GJ ran up during Asia session. Ran up a good 70 plus pips. GN right at the zone. If it breaks the zone, we might take that one just because GN has a high ADR. So, we'll take a look at that depending on how it goes. But as of right now, I wouldn't take that trade. Yes, it does qualify almost for strategy 3, but it's at the zone. So that restricts us from taking that trade. Gold had a bag entry, but we're in what? We're in a downtrend. All right, we're in a downtrend. All right, so hey, nice like this, guys, is when you have to really use that second or third strategy that you have access to. So, again, you always want to start off with what? Start off with strategy number 1, but then you want to do what? After that, you want to go to the point where you have what? You have a second or third strategy that you have mastered or you start to use so that in situations such as this, you can take trades like this all day long. We're up 21 pips right now with a combination of the W formation and the wedge. I can see that because my eyes are trained to see that after so long of trading. So the more time you spend on these charts and the more time you spend going back and looking at these formations in the market, I saw somebody post the candlestick Bible, in the chat group. So stuff like that allows your eyes to start to get trained so that when the time comes, you don't have setups for you, at least right away, you can see things in the market that allow you to get into trades when others will be like, why'd you get a trade there? And like I explained to you, 2 strategies, strategy number 7 and strategy number, both of them 7, W and wedge are both strategy number 7, allow me to get in that trade. So, and you can scalp all day long. I mean, I could have took a quick little 24, 25 pips. I typically look for 50 pips. If this, for this pair, I like to take 50 to 100 because we're trading this pair during its session. And so, yeah, we're gonna rock with it. We're gonna rock with it. We're gonna lean with it. Rock with it. Y'all know the song. All right. So that's why I took the trade. If you are in the trade with me, we're up about 21 pips. Some of y'all might have got in earlier, 25. We're about halfway home. All right. I see that 50 pips. We out of there. 50 or more. That's what we're looking for. I scalp. So guys, some people ask me, why do I scalp on a call? And so I scalp on this call because I want you guys to be able to, one, see how the strategies work. Number one, to see how they work. Number two, I'm a natural scalper. So I like to scalp, take smaller trades. All right. And then number three, if I got you guys in some longer trades that were, that might take 6 hours or 2 days to pan out, it didn't really show you how everything works on the call. So I want you guys to be able to see how things work on this actual call. All right. That's why we take the trade we take. So TP1 was already hit, guys. When it comes to indices, I typically either TP at 25, 50, or 100. Those are kind of where I hit at. So we're up 32 pips. So if you want to secure the bag, hey, secure the bag. You can't go broke taking profit. Cannot go broke taking profit. All right. New candle right there. I'm waiting for this nice little pop up here. I'm waiting for that 50 plus pips. Somebody said GBP NZD flying. Is it flying? Oh, no, it's still sitting up there, not doing much of nothing. All right. Plus 34. Come on, German 30. Plus 35. Back down to 32. Give me that last little push. That's the wrong way. Come on, take us out of our misery. Take us out of our misery. I want to take my screenshot and put it in the group like everybody else. I want to take my screenshot and put it in the group like everybody else. Now, again, if you're just not getting on the call, we're in the German 30. We're in the buy. I'm explaining why. We zoom out, we see we're in an uptrend. We got more green zones than what? Than red zones. All right. All right. That green zone just popped up. That's dope. That green zone just popped up. It wasn't there for all who saw when we first took this trade. Because my eyes are trained, and I just want to show you guys what I look at. This 200 moving average is a what? It is a natural level of support and resistance. So when price is above it and it comes down and touches it, hey, we hit 50 pips. All those, go ahead, take the screenshot, put it in the group. Shout out to everybody that took this trade. We caught that 50 pips. Oh man, I missed it, taking a picture. Why don't you hate that when you're taking your picture and you miss your trade? It's all good. We're gonna go back up. Let me go and get this pips real quick. Don't hit that 50 pips back. 50, come on. I'm gonna close. Y'all got 50 pips. We got 50 pips on that call. On that trade there. So let's break it down. Now that we got the 50 pips there, we got that trade out of the way. Some of y'all might hold for the full 100. I'm out at 50. Or actually, I'm out at like 38. It hit 63 though. Here's what I saw. All right, so let me take this off real quick. Here's what I saw. Before the zone popped up, there was no zone there. All right, I saw price rejected the 200 moving average. All right. Rejected it with the candlesticks. So it's rejecting it. All right. It came down, made another low, but it wasn't a lower low. All right. So it was a higher low, which tells me what? It's indicating that price is looking to go up. Here's a low. This next low is a what? This next low is a higher low. All right. And then guess what? Naturally, as you're in this, you're looking at this here, you're seeing this what? You see this W formation. You got a W formation, right? You got a W formation. And the W formation is doing what? The W formation is leaning up. All right, is leaning up. If you look at those wicks, this wick is lower than the next previous wick. You see that? Leaning up. And it's doing what? It's leaning up off of what? Off of the strength of the 200 moving average. All right, this candle didn't break the what? It didn't break the neckline, but this candle did. So we got in next candle. We got in on this candle because this candle right here closed above the neckline. We got in, we caught off 50 pips. We only had like a 20 pip drawdown and it ran up 63 pips. You guys saw it on the Western name, on the pip counter. It said red 63. I was too busy taking my picture that I didn't close out fast enough. All right. That's what I saw. That was half of what I saw. All right. So I'll tell you what else I saw. I also saw a natural what? A natural wedge. So if you look here and you draw your lane here like so, boom, you see price was respecting this trend line the whole time. All right, and it finally broke through it, came back, retraced back, came back up and broke through it. All right, so it was respecting the trend line the whole time, the whole way down, and then broke through it, came back into it, and it came back above it. All right, so now you got a wedge. Now the base of the wedge, I use the what? I use the 200 moving average. All right, and then when you do what? Let's zoom out a little bit. You see it what? What does it do? That area right there, and again, I use the 200 moving average right where it touched. So a combination of where it touched and the 200 moving average, where I put the actual base of the actual base of the wedge, and you can see it matches up with what? Price. You see this wicked it right here and rejected it, broke through it, came back. It's just hovering at this area. This is a natural level of support and resistance. You know, it's an area of for me, it's an area of support because price is now above this area. But you can see this is a strong area because price touched it, wicked it multiple times. All right. I bet if we go back further, you'll see that this level was respected yet again somewhere. See if we can't find it. Let's go back and look. Let's go back and look. Price has been climbing for a while, so it may have been a while before it touched it. Let's go back because prices, we're with GER 30, we're at all-time high, so it hasn't been this high before. So we might not see it again. But that's what price does. All it does is repeat the same area over and over again. That's why if you stay consistent with your strategy and your strategy is a consistent, profitable strategy, it's too high. We go look at it on the H4. You see that lines up here. Yeah, prices at an all-time high. It's never been this high before. We go to the month one chart. You'll see price has never been this high with GER 30. So that's what I saw. That is what I saw. That's why I called that trade. It ran up 63 pips. If you caught that trade, shout out to you. If you didn't take the trade, that's fine. I know some guys can't take it because of their account size, but shout out to you guys. Shout out to you. Easy 50 plus pips. Easy 50 plus. All right. GBP looked like a bunch of y'all took the GBP trade yesterday. All right, cool. Somebody said, hey, Valdez, hey, everybody, Valdez Brown, y'all give a shout out to Valdez on the call. He said he got his trade for the night. He's about to go to bed. Valdez is the one that put together the swag. All right, he's working on some new logo, and we're gonna look at putting out a couple different logos, a couple different designs. All right, y'all give a shout out to him. All right, cool. So we got that trade out the way. Let's go back and look at the charts real quick to see if we see anything else before we jump on. Because I want to talk about and get you guys, make sure everybody has no issues with the all right, before we look at getting these pairs here, let's go ahead and look at the what. We're gonna go ahead and look at the news. I use the MyFX book app. I don't know, there's another outlet that is forexfactory.com. That's another good one to look at. So in 16 minutes, we have Euro news. We just had, so the Great Britain pound pairs are bullish right now. We just had a orange folder and a red folder for Great Britain pounds. So that's why you see them trending up strongly right now. We have some red folder Euro news, unemployment change in an hour and 25 minutes. And other than that, we got some Euro red news in 2.5 hours, consumer price index. So the Euro's going to be on fire tonight. And then in New York session, we have some ADP employment change. As you guys know, this week is NFP. So, the ADP employment change news comes out tomorrow. The week of NFP on Wednesday, the ADP employment change numbers always come out. You always see that come out the week of non-farm payroll. If you don't know what NFP is non-farm payroll. And so it's where the United States talks about the economy, unemployment, things of that nature. So you start to hear all that information. GN with the arrow is pushing. Second arrow, push it to the limit. Why am I not taking this trade? I know some of you guys are asking. It's in a red zone. There's no guarantees it's going to go through it. None. The zones are there. The reason why people have success is because the zones are there to keep you on the right side of the trade. Helps you identify the overall trend. Helps you to know when to take a trade, when not to take a trade. Could this go all the way through and could we catch 50 pips if we take this trade right now? Sure. But the probability is not as high as if this zone wasn't there. All right. Some might be in it. If you're in it, great. You are a experienced trader and you know if you can trade through zones. For me, I'm a lot more cautious and I try to follow the rules with you guys on the call so that I can stay on the right side of the trades. I'd rather miss a trade that was risky than to take a trade. I'm sorry, I'd rather risky trades for me and just take higher probability trades. So it's always quality over quantity. All right, I want to take quality trades instead of just taking a bunch of trades. Because you think about it, if you take, let's see here, look at gold trying to push. Let me give a good example of what I mean, guys, about quality. So if I take 50 trades and I get 30 right, and I use the strategy I use now, I get 30 right. That means I get 20 wrong. All right. That means I only have profit for 10 trades. All right. But if I just took 20 quality trades and I got 18 right, I took less trades, but I make more profit than I would with the person that lost 30 trades and only had 20 trades right. Because the 30 trades they lost, it's going to eat into their profit big time. I had more quality wins, percentage-wise, than somebody who took more trades, just taking a volume of trades. All right? Just keep that in mind as well, guys. Not always the quantity, it's the quality. You don't have to take a ton of trades. All right, let's go ahead and stop sharing real quick. Somebody's up 128 pips on ETH, UK 100. Let's go take a look at UK 100. Same setup as GER 30. Let's go look at it. We used to trade the UK 100. Didn't really like the way that one moved. That gold is moving. Golly. Shout out to anybody that took that bag entry. It's against the trend, but hey, shout out to anybody that took it. They in the money. UK 100 and 5. Yeah, similar setup. I wouldn't have took a trade here. UK 100 is in an uptrend, but it looks like it's trying to reverse. Nas reversed a little bit. All right, somebody wants to take a look at. And I took them off my list. You see, I don't even have crypto up there no more, guys. I took that junk off my chart. Crypto is crazy right now. Crypto is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Bitcoin 59,700. So shout out to anybody to the bag entry. Bounce, arrow, go. Back to back arrows. You are eating good. Eating real good. Should be up 9,000 pips right now. Golly. Missed that, guys. That was a beautiful setup. Got an uptrend. Got bag entries above the 200 moving average as well. Easy money. Bounce. Arrow. Yeah, I might not have took those because you had a down arrow before you had up arrow. Beautiful setup. It's a good trade. Nice little wedge formation I can see here as well. We might take this if this closes here. Who knows? Let's see. You see it close. See that? These money zones are levels of man. I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it.
Don't touch it. It's definitely gonna retrace a little bit.
I don't like Bitcoin like that much. But you see these money zones, the top and the bottom of these money zones are natural levels of support and resistance because this is liquidity. Price went up there, it's built on this liquidity, and that's what these tops of these money zones are. All right. That's why strategy number 4 is so effective because of the of what it stands for. These are the highs and the lows of the liquidity. There are a lot of people that play the highs and lows. A lot of people that trade, highs and lows of the day, highs and lows of liquidity zones. All right. So I ain't messing with it. I ain't messing with it. This would be a good entry right here. And you get back here, we get a good entry right here. That'd be a good entry right about here, where we at. But I'm not gonna touch it. UK 100, chilling. German 30, reversing. Hopefully, took that 50 plus pips we caught. Like I said, I just going for 50. Quick little 50. All right. So let's come down here and let's check out the Q&A. Shout out to all 260 on the call. See here. All right, guys, just notification. If you are sending messages through Q&A as anonymous, I don't answer those. Just want to repeat that, guys. Just want to repeat that. All right. Someone says I have the same broker as you, Nate, but you have more symbols. So I'll show you where to add more symbols at. All right. So anytime, it doesn't matter what broker you're using, it's the same setup. You want to do what? You want to come up here to view, symbols, and you can bring up all the different symbols right here. Click on the category you want to bring up a symbol on. Let's say indexes. And let's say I want to add US 30 Pro. You just double click this until it turns gold like that. And that's on there. You want to take it away, double click until it turns gray. Once you clicked on it to make it gold like that, you close. And then when you come to add new chart, you go down to indexes and voila, there's US 30. All right. That's simple. That's how you add it, no matter what broker you're using. That's how you add it. Again, that's how MT4 works, guys. So AIRO is the software that works on MT4. The AIRO software has nothing to do with MT4. So a lot of things that happen on MT4 are not because of the software. It's because of how MT4 works. All right. All right, guys. So with 264 on the call, if you're all right, let's go look at we'll start talking about the dashboard real quick. I see a lot of comments in the Q&A about the dashboard. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way now. Let's see here. All right, here's the dashboard. All right. If you do not have, and here's the templates folder right here. You see, I have, actually, I apologize. Let me go to my AP folder so I can show you guys exactly what it looks like. Go to my AP, um, VPS, so you guys can see exactly what it looks like. All right, here we go. We are in the AP VPS. So next to the templates folder right here, you should see AIRO and blackout. The second and third should be AIRO and blackout. All right, AIRO and blackout. If you do not have AIRO or blackout in your templates folder, I need you to go ahead and post in the chat here on Zoom your AP username. So the username you signed up with. Send me that. And then what I'll do is I'm going to send it to the IT team that's up working right now to get yours fixed ASAP. Now, if we click on this icon right here underneath charts, the gold folder with the gold star, it's called the navigator. And if you see these couple folders here, put the plus sign next to indicators. You should have AIRO V 4.1. All right. And then next, underneath expert advisors, hit the plus sign. You should have AIRO dashboard. If you did not see AIRO dashboard there, you need to go watch the video or go to the link in the group. I'm gonna redrop it in the group right now. We've been dropping it over and over. This week I'm gonna be spending time on dashboard to make sure we get everybody set up properly. But I'm gonna re-show it in the group. This link here will take you to I'm dropping a FAQ right now into the chat. So if you're in the AIRO bag chat, it's in there. There is a link you need to go to that will tell you the type of support ticket you need to submit so that they can give you a new VPS. All the new anybody with dashboard, they have a brand new VPS because that's what was needed, for the dashboard to be installed. All right. So please put that in the chat if you don't have the blackout or AIRO. All right, we'll take care of you. I don't want you to put I don't have blackout. I need you guys to give me your username. You not giving me a username doesn't help you out at all. I need usernames, not just I don't have blackout. If you don't have either, if you don't have both, or you just have one, not the other, give me your username. All right, so I can get that sent over to the power that be. I'm seeing some that have already been worked on. Make sure that you rebooted your VPS. I'm seeing a lot of names from yesterday, guys. Jonathan Alvarado. Yours is already fixed. They just fixed yours. So you need to reboot. Mr. Jonathan Alvarado. Yours has been fixed. All right. I'm sending these names right now. The link to request a new VPS, guys. Check a look in the AIRO bag chat. I just dropped the link in there. Just drop the link in there. I'm going through adding all these names real quick, all these usernames. Alex Reyes. I don't need screen name. I need username. Your username won't be email. I need a username. Please send me your username. Pro coach Evan Williams. They fixed yours yesterday. $1 million. Mr. Dan Mills. They fixed yours yesterday. You guys need to reboot. I'm sending it anyway to make sure and verify. But I remember your names yesterday. All right, let's see if there's any new ones that's come in. All right, there we go. Alex. Man, you guys got some interesting screen username to tell you that. All right, I just sent those to the team. They should be work on those now. All right, get those working now. When they come, I'll let you know. All right, back to the Q&A. So let's go over how to set up the dashboard and to talk about it, so I can help you guys out. All right, so some of you guys I can see have not watched the video, because if you did, you would understand a lot more and not have some of the issues you guys are having. So let's go over how to set it up. All right. So first things first is, why was the dashboard created? So the dashboard was created because currently, or before the dashboard was dropped, you had, if you wanted to look at or get signals or and alerts on on the chart for different time frames, you had to have pairs open up multiple times on different time frames to be able to get. Hold on, real guys. Got the guys from the chat group, the support group. Hold on, real quick. All right, guys. They're looking into all those names right now. So everybody drop them on there. They're looking into them right now. So in the past, you had to place software, AIRO software, on every chart that you wanted to send signals, and you had to send it on multiple time frames if you wanted to receive signals on different time frames for a same pair, which caused some drag in the VPS. We optimized the software to not be so intensive, labor or resource intensive when it came to how it's showing its visuals. All right, because the software is a visual software. The VPS company did some modifications from a server standpoint, and together there was it came out to have, as you guys now are seeing, a faster VPS. No one's complaining about VPS for the most part. It's been just been running, humming, strong. Those who had big issues for weeks are now happy and back to trading again. All right, so that's great to see. But I wanted to make the dashboard for two reasons: to make it easy for you guys to monitor multiple pairs, multiple time frames, as well as to be able to not stress the VPS out, because a lot of you guys have 30, 40, 50 screens, charts open, which doesn't make any sense because effectively you can't manage that many charts. So a tidbit, guys, a lot of you guys are missing trades because you have 50 charts open. And you guys see me, I trade the pound pairs, S&P, gold, GER 30, 9 pairs. I concentrate on those 9, and we win with those 9. That's what we call most of the trades on this call. All right, we're 3-0 for the week, 2-0 last night, 1-0 tonight. Just stick to what you know. Master a pair. You can't master every pair. I've seen people ask, "Oh, how do I put all 28 pairs up?" Does it matter? Don't put up all 28 pairs. Now, again, this is just my recommendation because I don't know anybody who can effectively be a great trader on every pair. It just they move too different, and so it takes a lot to be able to understand. The more time you spend on a pair, the more you understand how it moves, which will allow you to understand, can I take a trade through the zone? So as you guys see some of these traders that are more experienced taking trades through the zone, they're just more experienced. They understand what's going on. They spent time with a smaller amount of pairs instead of trying to trade everything. It's not about the volume, it's about the quality, not quantity. So first thing you do is you want to add a chart. Doesn't matter what chart you add, doesn't matter. I pick GU, there it is, doesn't really matter. And then first thing you want to do is come over to the templates folder. So after you put the chart, second thing to do, come to the templates chart. So you first thing you do, add any chart, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what time frame, doesn't matter. Just add a chart. You don't need to put anything on it, just open the chart up. Next, come to templates, hit blackout. All right, hit blackout. So I got blackout, all right? So black it out. Next, you want to come over here to the navigator, open the navigator up, open up expert advisors, AIRO dashboard, double click AIRO dashboard. All right, comes to the about section, go to common, make sure allow live trading is turned on, enable alerts, allow DLL imports, allow import of external exports. These 4 need to be selected. All right, especially this one, allow live trading. All right, next, go to inputs. Here's where all the magic happens. All right, you can select under pairs trading, you can select the drop down, double click it, you got a drop down menu here. You can select your own pair list, which means you can create your own list. Core 7, which are the 7 major pairs. Core 14 are the top 14 pairs traded. All 28 are just the all 28 core Forex pairs that are not the exotics. And then if you want to look at specific pairs, just all AUD pairs, just all CAD, Euro, GBP, JPY, NZD. All right. For me, because I trade a little bit of everything, Forex, crypto, sometimes indices, precious metals, I will go to own pair list. And then I will come down here to own pairs. I'll delete all those out and I'll add my own pairs in there. Here's where the magic happens. A lot of you guys haven't been doing this. You have to put these in the exact way your broker has them, not how I show in the video, your broker. So I'll show you. Let's cancel this real quick. When you come up here to view and you come down here to symbols and you open up these charts here, these categories. So let's go to Forex majors. You see mine are just AUD USD, all caps. Some platforms have .pro because that's how you have your account set up. Some have a plus sign next to them. You have to put it in there exactly how your broker has it. And you can find that under symbols. So if my broker said AUD USD with a plus sign at the end, I have to put in AUD USD with a plus sign at the end. All right. You got to put it in there exactly the way your broker has it under symbols, not how I show in the video. I talk about it. It's got to be the exact way your broker puts it in. Here's how you find it. You come to symbols, and under symbols, it will show you. All right. So once that's that, let's go back, add a dashboard yet again. Come in, allow live trading. Cool. So we'll come here to own pair list. I come here, delete those. I know I want GBP, JPY, and again, I put a comma, no space. GBP, JPY, all caps, comma, no space. GBP, USD, no space, comma. GBP, AUD, no space, comma. GBP, NZD, no space, comma. GBP, CAD, no space, comma. GBP, CHF, no space, comma. Gold, XAU, USD, comma, no space. SPX 500, comma, no space there. And then lastly, GER, that's FER, GER 30. So I got all those in there. I come back over here for me, the time frames. What time frames do I want to monitor? You can monitor all of them. Does it make sense? No, you'll get alerts all over the place. Set up the time frames you want to monitor based on what you trade. Again, it's cool to get information, guys, but it's only gonna confuse you. All right. Here's how it will confuse you. If you get a H1 alert on EUR USD, since you guys love to trade EUR USD, and you get an H1 alert, and then, but you're used to taking trades off the 15-minute, you're gonna mess around and put in, you take a trade off the H1, and you may take off the M15. So you change your lot size, and you mess everything up. And then your drawdown is more because on the higher time frames, the pullbacks are bigger than on the short, lower time frames. And now you're like, what happened? And you find out you took a trade on the H1 and not on the M15. So only pick the time frames you trade on, or you want to receive alerts on. Time frames must be the exact same way that they are in MC4. Capital M or capital H, capital D, capital W, capital M. Just like right here. So for me, I'm gonna delete all that. I like to watch, you guys know I trade the M5, I trade the M15. That's really all I trade. I like to see the H1 and the H4 because I will from time to time take a bag entry on the H1. H4, not really, but it's good to get the information from me because if I see a great setup, I might take it. It's very rare. But these are the four that I look at because these are the four that I monitor because these are the four that I teach. So even though I don't trade very often on H1 or H4, I teach on that. So for me to add information, know how it works, see how it works, it makes it easy for me to be able to what? Talk to you guys about it. So I got those four there. Allow Telegram, doesn't matter. It's not going to Telegram, so false. Allow alerts, true. Now, alerts, the AIRO software that you're going to look at, is going to look at this, has what? It has alerts, all right? The dashboard has alerts, all right? So you want to turn the alerts off on the AIRO software and keep the alerts on the dashboard because the dashboard is the one monitoring multiple time frames. So that's what you want to keep the alerts on, all right? Some people ask me, Nate, I'm getting alerts that say AIRO, and I'm also getting alerts that say, what does it say with the dashboard? Starts with a P. It says potential alert. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, and we'll talk about it later. I'm gonna talk to you guys about all the fixes I'm gonna make on the dashboard going forward. All right. And then down here, ADR number of days. So I always select 10 for ADR. All right. I'm probably gonna set that to where that setting is not there at all. It's always gonna be 10, so you have to worry about it. And then template for new chart. This is where a lot of people have failed on following, following the rules. They didn't watch the video. But here you gotta do what? Click on that one, delete default, and just type in AIRO, all caps. AIRO, all cap. I want all the smoke. AIRO, all cap. AIRO, because the template is called AIRO. You want the dashboard to look at AIRO. So when you click on the icon to pull up that chart for that time frame, it's gonna pull it up with the AIRO software on top. And we'll talk about that fix later on. All right. Once that's done, you do what? You select OK. All right. Select OK. Now you can see here, all these are black. If any of these where the time frames here are grayed out, that means you put in the symbol wrong. They're going to be grayed out, and when you click on it, it won't open up. So if that happens, that only means one thing. It means you inputted in your symbol incorrectly, or you have a comma, space, whatever the case may be. All right. Next, once you have it up here, you're going to make sure what? This is the EA that manages it all. So you're going to make sure that here in the top right-hand corner, it says AIRO dashboard. That's a sad face. So what? That means it's off. So you need to come to auto trading and turn auto trading on. Then you'll see it's a happy face there, and you're good to go. Now it's going to work for you. Now, if you want to add something to here, if you want to add a symbol here, click on the smiley face. So somebody said Bitcoin. So I'm gonna come here. Let's go add Bitcoin. So I come to the end, comma, BTC USD. All right. I hit OK. Boom. It adds BTC USD at the bottom. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. We got it. All right. If I want to take it off, which I do, I'll come back up here and I'll take it off. Hit OK. That is how you make changes. You select the smiley face and make changes from there. Don't put another dashboard on and do that. That's going to mess it up. So just follow what we talked about in the actual video. You will be A-OK. Now, next. Well, before we go there, let me see what you guys got to say before we go there. GU strategy 3. So we'll look at it real quick. GU strategy 3. GU strategy 3. See if we can catch this nice little trade for it. GU. GU. We got 1 minute here on this one here. Is definitely closing above. And we got a bag entry. Oh, how far is that from the zone? Oops. How far is that from the, come on. Ain't playing with me today. All right, guys, I'm gonna take this buy here. I'm gonna take this buy. I'm taking this buy on GU bag entry, 8 session breakout. We're gonna take that buy. All right, take this buy here. Why are we taking this buy? It broke the 8 session breakout, so strategy 3 and strategy 1 all in play at the same time. Now it's less than 20 pips to the zone. It's like right at to the zone, like 17 pips. I'm gonna go for about 15 pips. All right. Now you're like, Nate, it's not 20 pips. You're right. Sometimes this is just what I do. Again, I'm using, this is for educational purposes. All right. For educational purposes. I am taking it because 2 strategies are happening at the exact same time. Strategy 3 qualified and strategy 1. All right. So I can, I feel comfortable taking the trade. All right. And catch a little move, a smaller move. All right. And if we look at here, you can see here from a correlation standpoint, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll talk about this from a daily open, 4 pairs are trending up. So this daily open will help you with your correlation. You see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 pound pairs have been trending up all through Asia session. So they're in an uptrend because they're green. That means since the new day started, since this day right here, the dotted line here, price has moved up on 4 out of the 6 pairs. All right. We also got a close above the 200 moving average. So that's good. And we are in a counter trend trade. Why didn't y'all stop me? Golly. I'm still going to take it though. Y'all want to know some secret sauce on why? Some other secret sauce on why I'm going to stick with this trade. I'm just gonna draw it real quick for you. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let y'all tell me why. Market maker cycle over with. Day 1, day 2, we're in a day 3. MAAW, the down cycle. We should be able to see a nice retrace. Again, we're in a down trend. We just ended a down cycle of the market maker cycle. For me, I'm looking at that 10 to 15 pip mark. Now that I know we're in a downtrend, I'll probably just go take it for 10 pips. But that market maker cycle is over with for the downtrend. 3-day push. I'm looking for a nice retrace back up to the upside. We got 4 pound pairs that are correlating upward. I feel comfortable taking this trade. And we'll stick with it. Might even get the full 20 pips. If you stayed in that GER 30 trade, congrats to you. Look at that blowout. Look at that. Look at that. From our entry on that GER 30 play, you're talking about 245 pips. Beautiful. Beautiful setup. For me, I wouldn't take it. There was no bounce. You see that? You zoom in there. It didn't bounce out the zone. I wouldn't take the trade because it didn't bounce out the zone. That's just me. But it's definitely got some room to the upside. 935 right there. All right. So we are officially in London session as of 5 minutes ago. We are officially in London session as of 5 minutes ago. What's UK 100 doing? Nothing. Cool. We'll sit back and watch that one. All right, so let's do this here. You know, stop sharing. Somebody said they caught 350 pips out of it. Nice. All right. If you want to get out of the GU trade, you can. That's not straight drawback. That ain't no hard drawback. We're down 12 pips. Come on now. If you can't handle a 12 pip drawback, that means you over leverage your account. If you cannot handle a 12 pip drawdown, you have over leveraged your account. If you're freaking out over 12 pips the wrong way, you're freaking out. Even with a perfect setup, you won't go the right way. All right. Sometimes it's going to go the wrong way. All right. So if you cannot handle a 12 pip drawdown, you have over leveraged your account. What does over leverage means? It means you have used a lot size too large for account that has you freaking out. All right. Practice proper risk management. I don't care if the best trader in the world is calling trades out. Everyone loses, even the banks. Everyone loses. Doesn't matter. Everyone loses. So guess what? Practice proper risk management. Don't think that just because I'm the one calling the trades out and I create the software, I'm not going to lose. The markets are the markets. They don't listen to the software. Do we have a strong winning percentage on this call? Yeah. Do we lose trades? Yes. Happens. Practice proper risk management. Let me see here real quick. We got a bunch of questions around the 5 to 7 quick pitch. Yep. Yeah, Cash. I see the same thing, man. So there's questions about putting the 200 moving average on AIRO template. So not everybody uses the 200 moving average, but I'll tell you this, guys. I wanted to see if the VPS company would open up the what? Open up the template so that you guys could save your own templates in there. Well, it would open us up for issues from a security standpoint, so we can't do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some research on the brokers you guys use, and I'm going to make a bunch of templates and save them based on time zone. So there's going to be one AIRO template that's just a regular AIRO template. Well, I ought to see that out. What I'll do is I'll put a 200 moving average on every template, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the money zone based on time zones around the world. That way, everyone will just be able to go in there and pick a template with the time zone that matches so that they can have the AIRO template. And then so that when you go to telling the dashboard what template to look at, you're going to have to just put in there exactly the name of the template that I've created. All right. So it's going to be like AIRO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. I'll figure out how I'm going to name them. That way, you guys will have the opportunity to select the right template based on your time zone, so that the money zone is correct, but also based on the fact that it also has the 200 moving average on there for those who want it. Now, people have asked about, Nate, can you make a template for, the RSI, the MACD, the what else? The fractals. Those are free indicators that you could add from MT4. That has nothing to do with the software. You can add those because they're already built into MT4. So you can add those on. Those indicators have nothing to do with AIRO. So I won't be adding those in there. I will add the 200 moving average. and then I will make multiple templates based on the different time zones that the brokers have to ensure what? To ensure that you guys have that set up for you. All right. That way, it's good for everybody. And all you have to do is just find one that matches your time zone, and then you'll be good to go. All right. That's pretty much it. That's gonna be the fix on that. There is a glitch. I am aware of the glitch where sometimes you will receive an AIRO notification, but there won't be any AIRO that showing. Or sometimes you receive no notification and an AIRO is already showing up. Be like, what happened? I am aware of the glitch, and I'm making the changes. All right, I'm making those changes. It'll be out later on this week. So I'm probably gonna push it over the weekend. Once everybody gets the dashboard all set up, I'll push the new dashboard over the weekend. That way, all you guys have to do is just reboot your VPS this weekend, and then just the new dashboard will already be there. But I want to make sure everybody gets all the bugs fixed. All right, but I am aware of that. We'll get it fixed out. All right. So we have 200 moving average will be taken care of, as well as the money zone. All right. Whatever happened to not trading on Mondays? So technically it wasn't Monday, it was Tuesday morning, technically, for London session. But I sometimes trade on that day. If I see good setups. And I can tell you, I'm glad I said that because I need to be taking the same trade on my FTMO account for the GU trade that we just got into. So let me get on GU. Let me take that trade real quick with my FTMO account. All right. Hit that bad boy 2 times. Better get this paper. All right, for those who were worried about GU going the wrong way, I can tell you as of right now, we are either back broke even or in profit. All right, so again, price never goes exactly the way you want it to go, but again, I'll go ahead and show it to you guys. We are right there, 1 pip in the negative right now. Let me come here. As you guys can see here. All right, we're now broke even, getting ready to go into profit. All right, get ready to go to profit. FTMO, I'm already in profit. All right, on FTMO account. For those who don't know what FTMO is a prop firm that allows you to take challenges. You got to pay for them. If you pass the challenge, and again, the challenge is real rigorous, revolving around, of course, trading, but then also practicing proper risk management. But if you pass, they will give you $100,000 or up to a $100,000 funded account, which means that, and that's the course I'm taking. I'm taking the challenge on a $100,000 account, which means that for me, when I pass this challenge, I have until April 16th. When I pass this challenge by April 16th, I will be given a $100,000 live account. So I'm going to be using OPM, other people's money, which means what? It means that for me, that when I trade going forward, I'm going to trade other people's money and keep other people's money. So for example, if I make 10% for the month on 100 grand, that is a $10,000 profit. The company will allow me to do what? Keep 70%. So I get to keep 7 grand. They keep 3 grand. All right. I don't have to worry about putting 100 grand in the account myself because now I've got a what? I got a funded account. All right. So we are in profit right now, about 2 pips and push it to the limit. So for those who are worried about being drawdown, hey, being in drawdown is part of the game. We could go up 8 pips and come all the way back down and be in drawdown and then come back up. That's the name of the game. All right. You practice proper risk management. You have your take profit targets. You have your stop loss targets, and you live and you die by the results. Now, if your results are consistently bad, you need to make changes. But I can tell you, we've had very good success utilizing strategy number 1, strategy number 3, and strategy number 7 all on this call. As you guys can see, we made money on strategy number 7 earlier. All right, we made money with strategy number 7 earlier. UK 100 with the bag entry. That's lovely too. Look at that GER 30 just ran up there. That UK 100. It's in an uptrend. Got a bag here. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna take that one. We are in a trade. Even though I want to take it. It's above the 200. Yeah, I'm gonna take this trade. UK 100. I'm in it for a buy. If you're gonna take the trade, make sure you use proper risk management because UK 100 moves very volatile, just like GER 30. As you can see, as you can see, I'm gonna take a quick little 50 pips. I'll put mine a little higher just in case it shoots up, but I'm taking profit at 50 pips. All right, take that trade there. All right, after we get these trades, we'll talk more about the dashboard. Something else I want to change the dashboard. So the templates, gotta fix the bug. Fix the templates for you guys. Fix the bug. Templates and bug. What else? Trying to think here. What else we gonna touch? We gonna play with. Up 17 pips on UK 100 right now. Up 22. Up 35. Like I said, it moves. All right. Like I said, it moves. Very little drawdown on that trade right there. We already up 32. I got my TP at 100 just in case this thing wants to shoot all the way up. But I'm looking to take profit around 50 pips. All right. I'm a scalper. I get in, I get out. Get in and get out. Plus 40. Plus 42. Wait for it. Wait, come on. We're gonna give us a little pop. Give us that little pop. Pop, pop, sugar pop. Right now, it's struggling right now. If you look left, it's struggling right here at this level right here. You see that? Your price has been hitting that multiple times over and over again. Plus 42, 8 pips away. 8 pips away. But that's been struggling right there at that level. So we got that level reversed. It might have been a good level to take profit at. We're going to let it push. It's going to push. It's going to push. You see GER 30 push. Nas is pushing. GER 30 still pushing. So, yeah, we should be good with UK 100. All right. TP1 was already hit. My TP2 is always 50 pips, but TP1, if you want to be conservative, taking profit at 25 pips is good. If it gets back to this level again, I'll probably take profit. I may not break this level. For me, if it gets to a level 3 times and doesn't break it, I'm looking to take profit. 3 for me to charm. I might miss a trade. Sure, I might miss a trade. Plus 45. See, he's trying to push. Plus 43. There it is, 50 pips. We out of there. 50 pips. Done. Simple as that. We out of there. GU, we broke even. So we got 50 pips on GER 30. We got 50 pips on UK 100. And now we're in the GU buy right now. FTMO, where am I at with FTMO? I'm still in profit on FTMO. I got a better entry on FTMO. Trying to come back down a little bit. Come on, GU, we ain't got all day. Give us like 20 pips. I am impatient. That's why I'm a scalper, because I'm impatient. Let's look at the bot. Is the bot in the trade right now? Nope, no trades right now for the bot. For those that are late getting on the call, oh, they go UK 100 pushing. Oh yeah, still pushing. So we still in the UK 100 trade. It's beyond 50 pips. Beyond 50 pips now. So shout out to you that held. But we got our 50 pips. We're plus 100, 2-0. for the night. I love it. We're back on track. So, hey, last week we had a losing week. 2 wins, 4 losses. So, rough week. I don't know what happened last week. Actually, I do know on 1 or 2 trades. Some I don't know. It's just we lost. But that's why you use proper risk management, because you can always do what? Come back, make it up. We caught 40 pips on 2 trades yesterday, G-Odd and G-Chef. We caught 100 pips today so far. You of GER 30 and with strategy 7, UK 100 with strategy number 1, and we're in a GU trade right now. All right, looking for about 10 to 15. I can tell you, because we're in a downtrend, I might cut my take profit in half to 10 pips. We'll see how it gets to moving though when it comes to GU. All right, right now we're down about 3 pips. All right. Again, if you don't feel comfortable entering the trade, you don't have to. Again, it's a live trade session. I'm only teaching from an educational purposes. I'm not a financial advisor. You don't have to take the trades. If you just want to get on here to find out what the drink of the night is, cool. You want to get out here to see what the swag is, cool. You don't have to take the trades. All right. You don't have to do something someone else tells you to do. Even in life, remember that. There are always consequences to it. Some positive, some negative, but just remember that. We done bagged 100 pips, man. I don't even want to call them no trades no more at night, man. We done bagged 100 pips already. All right. Someone says your buy and sell buttons are missing. That means you didn't put them on. They're not missing. Again, you have to add this stuff, guys. If you guys are getting on my calls on Sunday night, you'll know how these things are set up. So let's go look at it. To add the buy and sell buttons here, you need to right click on the black of the screen, come down here to where it says one-click trading. Turn it on. You can turn it on and turn it off by going right-clicking on the black of the screen and clicking one-click trading. Your buttons are not missing. You need to add them. Again, these buttons are not part of the AIRO software. You have to add these things, all right? If you get on my calls on Sunday night, I walk you guys through some of the basics, all right, to help you understand how to use the platform, help you understand how to use the software, help you understand how to set up the software. If you skip these calls and just say, I'm just gonna get on next live trading calls to make some money, you're doing yourself a disservice, because now you missed the whole trade because you didn't know where the buttons were at. And I didn't see it because we were actively in a trade. And when I'm actively in a indice trade, I don't like switching away because they're so volatile. So we are plus 1 pip right now. FTMO, we're doing, we plus 7. Yeah, you're good on that one. You're good on that one. Let's get this thing moving. Get this thing moving. So not bad, not bad. Up 100 pips tonight so far. 10100, 100 pips. I can tell you the bot caught mad pips yesterday, 6-0. For those who did not get in the call, the bot. So for those who don't know, I'm looking to automate a couple of the strategies for AIRO to where they're automated, and the EA will actually take the trades for you. And so yesterday it took 6 trades. It had 0 losses. So got a couple kinks to work out, but we are on a good path. I shared the results with Calvin earlier today, and I because this video is going to be on YouTube, I cannot tell you what he said. Plus 7. We're looking good. We're looking good. So we're plus 5, plus 4 pips right now on GU. Let's go back to the dashboard. The dashboard. So what is on the dashboard? All right. So the dashboard. What's on the dashboard? So once you get everything set up correctly, underneath where it says symbols, it's going to give you all the symbols that you added. So these are all the symbols that you've added here. All right. Next is the spread for those symbols. So the spread is, let's go look at GU. The spread is, you see here, I have a red line, a white line. The gap in between the red line and white line is the spread. My red line is my ask. That's where I buy. So if I hit buy right now, it's going to put an entry at the red line because you always buy at the ask. The white line right here is not bid. You always sell at the bid. So if I hit sell, it's going to put an entry right here at the white line. The gap, the difference between the bid and ask is what? That's the spread. That's how the broker makes their money on the difference. All right. If you notice that some pairs, you're like, man, if I trade GBP JPY or I trade GBP AUD, I make different amounts, even though I catch the same amount of pips with the same lot sizes. Well, different pairs have different spreads. Therefore, you're going to make more or less on different pairs because of that spread. Plus, the broker makes money on commission. They charge a commission for every trade you take. All right, so keep that in mind as well. All right, so that is what that is. Tell you the spread. For me, if it's a regular Forex pair, I don't like to take trades if the spread is over 3. So if the spread is over 3, I probably not looking to take a trade. All right. Daily open. All this tells you is what? Since the start of the day, so start of the day right here, new day, the new Forex day starts at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time every day. This white line right here. If you want to know how to add this white line, right click on the black of the screen, go down to properties. Here, you want to come to common. And on the common, make sure you select show period separators. Check mark that. So again, right click on the black of the screen, come to the very bottom of this menu, the properties, select properties, select common in the top left-hand corner, select show period separators. That right there will get you what? That gets you this white dotted line right here for you. That white dotted line. And that white dotted line is gonna do what? It's gonna let you know visually when the new Forex day started. Because when this happens, this new day starts, I recommend not trading the between now and 1 hour from now. So when it hits this line, do not trade that time frame, because from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, guess what? The spreads get crazy. I've seen the pound pairs with spreads of 40 and 50 pips. So that is the time to let you know to be out of your trades. All right. Let's go else. Let's go back to so daily open. So that just means if it's green, like GJ, 65 pips, green. Let's go look at GJ. Since the new day started, we are up 65 pips from the top of, there we go, from the top, from wick to wick, 65 pips, 65 and a half. So from the top of the wick of the candle that's on, at the 4 o'clock time frame to the top of the highest wick, we're up to 65 pips. And that's what I just said. I just measured it. It said 65.5, so it's close enough. All right, up 65 pips. That's good. It just lets you know where price is at from the open of the day. So it helps you out with understanding correlation. You can see 4 of the 6 pound pairs are trending up since the beginning of the day to help you out with that correlation. For those who like how I teach with correlation, which it helps us. All right. For those of you guys who have been on this call the longest, I've shown how correlation has saved us. I've kept us out of trades that have lost because of correlation. Come on, baby. Let's shoot up. Let's go. I need these 20 pips, FTMO. I need this paper. I need my $100,000 account. All right. Now, next is the weekly open. Same thing as the daily open. It just tells you from the beginning of the week. So from the beginning of the week, so from Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday is when the market opens back up, and then the market will close on Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. So it just tells us that we're up on 4 out of the 6 pound pairs for the whole week. All right. Now, ADR, why does it say plus? Why does it say 5? Let me go fix that here. 10, great. Got it. Got to fix the ADR, guys. It's on the 5 ADR. All right. So now the ADR is on 10-day ADR. All right. So it's a 2-week rolling period. Let's see where we're at right quick. GU. Yeah, it's back and forth between 2 and 5. All right. I'm probably looking to take profit around 10 pips, guys, because we are in a counter trend trade. It's struggling right now at this level here. Struggling at this level. G Chef is moving up. That's a good sign. G Odd is moving up. That's a good sign. G Cat is bouncing off the zone, moving up. That's a good sign. GJ is breaking up. That's a good sign. And GN is trying to come back off that bounce of the 200, heading back up. So it's a good sign. So all the pound pairs are trending up. But you see here, GN is out of zone, so it can reverse. GJ, blue skies. There's nothing above it. GCAT has got a zone right there. GU, we got a zone up here. It's not a big deal. GI, we got a zone right there. And G Chef, we got a zone right here. All right, which means that if price on all the pound pairs get to that zone, they could do what? They could reverse. And so if multiple pairs, part of my correlation, if multiple pairs get to a zone at the same time or around the same time, the probability of them reversing is high, meaning that I probably want to get out of my trade at the time or look to put my stop loss in, in profit so that I can, secure my profits just in case it does reverse on us. All right. So ADR stands for average daily range. It's the average number of pips that a, not only just a Forex pair, but a precious metal and index, average number of pips that it moves per day. So as you can see here, the Great Britain pound, Japanese yen has moved 117 pips on average every day for the last 10 days, on average. Today, it's already up 81 out of 117 pips, which means that what? We're more than 75% of the what? More than 75% of the ADR. So for me, I like the ADR to be under 75%, preferably under 50%. That means we have a lot of room to the upside. So you see with GU, we're only at 44 out of 95. It's averaging 95 pip moves a day for the last 10 days. We're in GU for a buy. It's only moved up 44 pips on its ADR for the day, which means we have room for 51. It hadn't even reached 50% yet. So that means the probability of price continuing to move in that direction of the ADR, because the ADR is just the ADRs. But if the trend is down, that's fine. It means that the overall trend is gonna be down. Now on the ADR, when the price turns orange, that just means that we've reached, what was it? We reached 75% of the ADR, 80% of the ADR. When it turns red, that means we're over 90% of the ADR has been met, all right? And then you have, check on GU, we're +4, all right? Just kind of hovering there. I don't like that area, man. And we're counter trend. Let's check the news real quick. Because the Euro news is coming, and Euro news can typically have a negative effect on the pound pairs because they're inverse correlations of each other. Euro news in red, both orange photo and red photo in 21 minutes. All right, so I'm not too worried about it. Let it get back in profit. I'm gonna probably get out. Probably let it get out on it because we are counter trend. Euro news is coming out, which could send the pairs down and send euros up. So no point in giving profits back to the market. Look at that UK 100. Look at that. That's why I scout, man. You just never know. Look at that. That bad boy ran up. We got in that bad boy, it ran up. 50 pips. Dropped to 166. It's madness. Bitcoin. Yep, Bitcoin didn't want to do what we thought it was going to do. All right, so back to the dashboard. So you have the time frames now. Now, again, if any of these squares are gray, like the background, that means you inputted your symbols incorrectly. If they're all black, you're good. Now you're waiting for an arrow to pop up. When an arrow pops up on a specific time frame that you have set here for that pair, you get a red box or a green box. Red means you have a down arrow popping up. green, and you have up arrow popping up. All right. I have the 4 time frames here. Underneath the time frames, you have timers. These are candlestick timers to when the next 5-minute, 15-minute H1, H4 candle starts. All right. They are not real time, so they're delayed a few seconds. So you see they'll pause and then they'll show and they'll drop. You see it's moving, but they're a little delayed. And that's just to ensure that there is what's the word? Not too many resources being utilized. All right, not too many resources being utilized by the actual software, so that we don't slow down the VPS. So it's a little delay in them, but it's not much. Now, when they pop up red or green, you just select on it. So let's say we want to select. Let's close GER30. All right, or let's just close the rest of these real quick. We'll close Bitcoin. We'll close NAS. We'll close UK 100. We'll close GER30. And then we'll hit GER30 on the M5. That's what I trade. It's going to bring up what? It's going to bring up GER30 with the M5, so the minute 15 chart with AIRO already on it. All right. Now mine, I'm on my custom VPS, so I have mine looking at the AIRO with the 200 moving average. I will change that for you guys. So the 2 things I'm going to change, 3 things. I'm going to fix the bug. That's not, sometimes, with the notifications that you guys know about. I'm going to fix it to where there's multiple templates, so you can select the template that you want that has, they're going to all have the 200 moving average on it, but it'll have different time frames for the money zone. That way, depending on what time zone you're in, you can select that one. And so I'll have that for you on the rollout this weekend when we roll out the new dashboard with the bugs fixed. All right. After that, guys, you guys got to watch the videos. Now, if you are receiving the new VPS and you see AIRO dashboard, you're good. If you don't see the templates, then you need to put in a ticket. Or if you see me in the chat talking or we're on a call, just let me know your username and you'll be good to go. So speaking to that, they already started working on some. So GADDAMKAVITHA is fixed. I'm gonna throw these in the chat right now. Let me throw these in the chat of who's actually fixed right now. GADDAMKAVITHA fixed. TSOHRAB fixed. So I just threw 2 of the names that I submitted. They're already fixed. Make sure you reboot. All right. All right. We're down about 2 pips right now on GU. So once we get back in profit, I'm out. I'm gonna be out. I don't like the way it's bouncing off that area. And then we got the Euro news that can send price the opposite direction. So when we get to about 3, 4, 5 pips back in profit, I'm gonna go ahead and get out. That's just me though. You guys can stay in. I'm looking to get out. See here, let's do this Q&A real quick here. Check the news, guy. We talk about news. News. My FX book, or you can use Forex Factory. My FX book or Forex Factory are what I use for news. Mainly, I use My FX book. The EA guys, there is no ETA on it, so I'm just, I'm gonna stop giving you. You guys always want to ask about it. I'm just trying to keep you guys in the loop and let you guys know how it's doing. But there is no ETA on it, so we'll let you guys know when it's ready. Right now, it's just being tested right now, and I'm working the tweaks out. I want it to be, the best EA it can be. All right, guys. So somebody asked about their broker and how their broker had a smaller lot size for the UK 100 trade. You know, because they're different brokers are going to have a different weight on the on the actual pair. All right, so it's different pairs are weighted differently depending on the broker you use. All right, so keep that in mind. Different brokers are going to have a different setup on the actual different setup. All right, so keep that in mind. Different brokers are going to have different. We're down about 7 pips right now on GU. Just to let you guys know, down about 7. Starting to try to turn around. All right, so different brokers is going to be different. All right, SPX 500 M5 bag. Let's go look at that. Might have missed that. Might have been old. All right, SPX 500. Yeah, M5 bag, but it's against the trend, and we're out of session. So the trend is even. Actually, it's 4 red, 4 green, so no trend, but we're out of session, and that bag entry was too close to the next zone, so I wouldn't have took it at all. These were too close to the next zone. All right. Someone asked about making the dashboard bigger. Yes, you can. If you go look at it, share the screen. If you go look at it here, you can come in here to the settings and change the font. So you see here, set text font, Texahoma, set text font size, set object text size. You can change and play around with your font and sizes to do what? To kind of get a better grasp of of what? Of what the actual size might be. So you can play around with that. I'll leave mine the way it is because it works for me. But yep, you can go there in the settings. All right. Those are just when I'm a little just pausing right now as I look to just answering some questions in the Q&A. Right now we're down about 8 pips in GU. Someone asked me why FTMO, not the prop trading or fund talent. For me, with FTMO, I get after the challenge 100K account right away. There's too many gimmicks with the other platforms, and so I just stick with FTMO. for right now. I may add others later, but for right now, I can get up to 400,000, and I'm just gonna stick with them. Not a, just a personal preference. So no big deal against the other ones. The other ones have just changed their rules too often, and I don't know what's going on with funding town anymore. They changed their rules 2 or 3 times, and prop trading. I've never heard of them. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, these are just different prop firms that allow you to trade their money if you qualify. So someone asked me, why am I using FTMO and not the other platforms? All right, let's see if we got anybody. I don't know, nothing yet. Hey, so if you caught that trade on UK 100, or they caught that trade on GER 30, hey, go drop some screenshots in the chat. Wake everybody up. Let them know they missed some trades out here. Question is, how did I learn so much about trading? I lost a lot of money in the very beginning. You learn a lot that way, the hard way. I got myself a mentor, learned even more with a mentor, and then I'm always forever a student. So you guys hear me say, if you want to continue to get better at trading, forever be a student, which means that I'm always up. Whenever I get a chance, I might, if I find a good course on something I want to learn about, I take the course. If I see something on YouTube that catches my eye, I'll go there. I even go to YouTube sometimes to look up, how other people trade and things of that nature. And I go back and test it, and back test it on the charts. And I spend a lot of time on the charts. So over the time, and again, I also surround myself around other traders that are even better than me, and I learn from them on the things they do, how they look at the market, some of their strategies, and you can take bits and pieces from people to fit your own mold. So that's what I would say there. Try and error, just living and breathing. Mainly though, being an actual being a student. That's the game. It's the name of the game. Being a student. So we're down 7 pips right now on GU. Got this slight pullback. We're trying to get this pullback back up so we get out. Hold on real quick. Support hit me up. All right, we got a few more fixed. So I'm gonna drop these in the chat real quick here. RLEWJR86, you are fixed. And P Wade 920, fixed. All right, reboot. You should be good to go. Someone asked me, when I take the GER 30 trade, is it fair to assume that your risk or profit per pip is a lot less than a currency pair? Yes, I use a smaller lot size on indexes than I do on Forex pairs because of the volatility. I can catch a lot more pips, so I can use a smaller lot size and still make decent money per trade based on my account size, but I would use a smaller smaller lot size on indexes, as well as sometimes gold as well, because they're more volatile, and you have the opportunity. The pullbacks are a lot bigger, or can be a lot bigger. All right. Yes, with FTMO, I still have to pass the verification. I am I'm in the challenge mode now. After the challenge mode, I go to verification and then I'll be done. So there's a two-stage phase, but the verification challenge is like half as tedious as the challenge mode. Someone said BTC OMG, which means it probably shot up, right? Let's go take a look at it. BTC OMG. Yeah, add it back now. I closed it. Cryptos. BTC USD. Oh, it dropped. Big time. Big drop. Big drop. Big drop. That's BTC for you. Volatility is there. Big drop. Wee. Go look at gold. I know gold was trying to move up. Oh, that's lovely right there. Lovely. Gold strategy number 7. Someone called it out. We missed it. We should be in this trade. Can we get in this trade? Look at this. M formation. All right. We only take M's when we're in a what? When we are in a downtrend. All right. Got M formation. This candle right here closed below the neckline and below the 200. You can also see that the what? The M is slanted down. Entry should have been right here, which means that quick little 13, 14 pips. All right. Nice, good little sale right there. Nice little sale right there. Changing my lot size. I might take this trade. Again, everyone's been telling me that the market maker strategy works with gold. We're in a downtrend. Guess what? Here's that M. Starting the MAAW cycle. Is that what we're doing? There's a W, the up move. Now we're going back to the down cycle. M formation. All right, we got support real quick here. All right, we got more fixed. Oh my goodness. None yet. None new. No updates just yet. GU -5. We're heading back the right direction. Euro news is already out. Like we didn't have no big swings. We got 4 more minutes until orange folder CHF news and orange folder Euro news comes out. The ECB's President Lagarde speech. So ECB stands for the European Central Bank. The president of the European Central Bank is speaking in 4 minutes. Anytime the president of a country, the president of a central bank, anybody dealing with anything in the financial system, the financial market, if they speak, what they say could lead to price having drastic swings in one direction or another. So it's just good not to be in the markets then. That's why I preach, if there's a trade and you're in, try to news, because sometimes price will move before the news even comes out. So it's like the news will leak and people already know what's going on. At least that's what you think. The real issue is market makers use the news. They know when the news is coming out, and the market makers, they use news to do one thing and one thing only. They use news to move price to a level of liquidity in a faster manner. All right, what is a level of liquidity? Well, these zones are. What is a level of liquidity? What is liquidity? It is an area of where there are multiple orders. All right, so for example, you see here with GU, we're in a downtrend. We know we're in a downtrend, right? We're in a downtrend. On GU, multiple people, you can see here, prices coming down here multiple times. People were putting trades on, a lot of volume right here. A lot of trades are being put on right here. And then guess what? The market maker said, all right, I've picked up all this liquidity. And you can tell there's liquidity. Whenever you see these long wicks, multiple wicks in one direction, like you see here, same thing here. And you see that? That is the market maker saying, oh, I see some money down here. Let me extend price down here to get those orders, whether they're stop losses, whether they are pending orders. They're going to send price down there to go get those orders to collect that money. And then they're going to do what? Then they're going to get out of Dodge. Then they're going to move away. All right. Then they're going to move away from where price is at. All right. Look at that. They've been greedy down here. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Okay, we got enough. One move, two moves. Now, after about 10, 20 pips, you're trapped. Holding it, wait for it to come back down. Then they push it away. And you're like, all right, I either hit my stop loss, I freaked out, closed out the trade, yada, 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 yada. All right. That is what the market makers do all the time. And when you see these crazy deals, like you see with Bitcoin, that's the market maker saying, what? Hey, we're about to go down here and get this money. Everybody that was up here buying, thinking a breakout was coming. Yeah, we're going to retrace. You're still holding. You might be putting in more additional orders as it's coming down, waiting for it to do what? Head back up, and then shoo, all your money gone. But going on accounts. A lot of money was made in this drop right here. A lot of money was made in this drop. And with crypto, they can do it a little bit more casually because cryptocurrency is not regulated. How do I feel about I take out on GU. My stop loss on GU is gonna be 20 pips. I'm gonna take a 20 pip hit on GU if we get there. 20 pips. I'm not gonna take the full 40 just because we weren't looking for the full 20. I'm gonna take a 20 pip hit if we get there. I'm down 10 pips right now, 11. So I'm gonna take a 20 pip stop loss where I'm gonna have mine at because we're in a counter trend trade. Now Bitcoin, for those who don't know, we just got to sell. We just got to sell, but we're in a what? We're in an uptrend, I believe. Yep, we're in an uptrend. Man, that BTC sale looks too good. So, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Bag entry. Let me see if I can make this work. Can we make this work? Do I see anything here? It's gonna drop. I already know it's gonna drop. Not touching it though. We're in an uptrend. More green than red. Got the arrow. That'd be a great entry right there. I ain't gonna touch it though. No, it doesn't follow any rules for me. At least none that I see right now. Come on, G, you get us out. Get us out so we can at least break even. I hate losing trades. Look at that gold. Gold. So gold closed above. We got that wick right there. We got that. I'm taking this gold sale. We'll talk about why later. I'm taking a gold sale. I'm gonna talk about why later. I'm going for 20. We'll go for 20 pips. 20, 25 pips on gold. I'll talk about it later about why we took the trade here. All right. Why I took gold trade. All right. Again, you don't like my trades, don't take them. You don't have to take them. I'm going to explain why we took this trade later on. All right. I will walk you through why we took this trade. All right. BTC, what's it going to do? GR30. Not really doing much. SPX, not doing much. Gold, about broke even. We're sitting there. We're going to get this drop here. GBP, NZD. GJ, not doing much of nothing. GCAT, chilling at the zone. GU, chilling. GI, not much. They're trending down. And GCAT on the 5 minute gave us up. I'm not trading GCAT on the 5 minute. So we are +3 on pips and gold right now. Gold is another one of the volatile ones that I will watch for a while. I mean, it's, I don't like, well, let me watch it on my phone. That way I can answer some of you guys' questions while we are in these trades here. Let me go to my FTMO account as well and go to gold and one click trading. Put that big boy on gold. 5 lot, nasty. All right, so I got it 3 a.m. my time, so we're 2 hours in. We got an hour left. We usually take a break around this time, so we're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We usually take it at 3. We usually take a 15-minute break, so we'll take a 10-minute break here. Gives you guys opportunity to get something to drink, something to eat, use the restroom, whatever. We'll come back in 10 minutes. I'm going to catch up on the 30 questions I have in the Q&A. We're plus 100 pips so far for the day. We're down currently right now. We are down 7 pips on GU, and we're down 1 pip on gold. Or actually, we're up 1 pip on gold. So we're already plus 100 right now with GER30 and UK 100, and we still got 2 trades running. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. So a lot of people are talking about they don't have access to the AIRO bag chat or the AIRO announcements chat. If you don't, whoever invited you and helped you sign up for AIRO, they need to give you access to the chat. All right, they need to give you access to the chat. Let's go back on the chart real quick. You can see here we were plus 13 on gold. We're plus 5 now, plus 6, plus 7, and GU we are back at break even, about to be in profit. So, like I told you, once we get back in profit on GU, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge. So, let me go ahead and get ready to close this bad boy out of there. I need about a 2 pips though, because my commission is $2. So I gotta get at least 2 pips on this GU trade. I'm getting out. We were counting trend. I'm gonna get out that bad boy. 275. There we go. We got the at a $2 spread. Cool. I'm in gold still. All right. We'll talk about the gold trade. It's slow playing with us. Look at that GU trying to move up. Gold -5. All right. So I'm at GU. All right. I got out on my FTMO account. On my FTMO account, like I got about 5 pips. So I got 10 pips. I had 2 positions on gold. I mean, on GU on my FTMO account. So that's good. Maybe a little money tonight. Not as much as I need to. I need this gold to go run down. So gold, why do we get in gold? So we talked about it. Downtrend, information, leaning, broke the neckline. We got into, I wanted for it to close below the AIRO moving average. So it closed below AIRO moving average. You can see our entry is right there when it closed below the AIRO moving average. The AIRO moving average is the blue one. All right. That is a stronger indication that price is what? In the downtrend. We got to drop down to 16 pips. Currently reversing right now. But you see here, if we go down here and select where it stopped at, you can look left and look at those wicks. Wicked that area, bounced up, wicked that area, bounced down, hit that area, bounced down. You know, look at this area. You know, if you look over here, same thing over here. Hit that area, bounced up. So it's just the area bounced up, just an area of support resistance. This is what happens when price goes the other way. You know, it continued. We were almost all the way to TP. We were up 16 pips. I was getting ready to I was hoping to get back on the call and say, hey, TP hit and reversed on us. It happens. You want to use proper risk management for this very reason. All right. Now we're gonna wait for it to go back down because the overall trend is down. You got the information. Then you see for those who have entered in at the information, you had your 20 pips. Information, it dropped 26 pips. So had we caught the information earlier, we'd have been in the money already. Understanding strategy number 7, M's, W's, and wedges are very powerful. You know, if you don't understand any of the strategy other than strategy number 1, I recommend 1, 3, and 7. Those are the 3 strategies I highly recommend you master. 1, 3, and 7. All right. Watch those videos in the back office. All right. We'll monitor this here. We're down 4 pips on gold. We closed out GU. We closed out GU in profit. All right. In profit. We closed out GU in profit. Got out early. It's in a downtrend. We had a little pullback. Got out of the trade in profit. All right. Gold, we're down about 4 pips. Wait for it. Price to come on back down. All right. We're in a downtrend. We're good. I feel comfortable with this trade here. All right. Usually I take gold for 50 pips. We're out of session, so I'll take it for 25. All right. That's why I put a TP at 25. If we were trading this, if I had called this trade during New York session, my TP would be 50 pips. All right. So when I trade certain symbols out of their session that they're known to move most volatile in, then I take my take profit and cut it in half. So, which means I also cut my stop loss in half. All right. That's just my strategy. That's my style of trading. All right. So we are having a good week so far. We're making up for last week already. We're making up for last week. 2 trades yesterday. For those who are trading with me through the group chat, I didn't do a call. This was, we just calling stuff out in the group chat. We got 2 trades tonight. I'm not even gonna call GU a win, but we can. I mean, if you want, but I mean, we didn't close out in negative, so I don't call it a win because we didn't hit TP. So we're 2-0, 100 pips. We closed out GU in profit, but it wasn't a win for me, so I don't count it. We're in this gold trade. I explain why. Strategy 7. I like it for strategy 7. I'm not sold on a strategy 9 yet when it comes to gold. All right. This is where you leverage proper risk management, guys. We're up over 100 pips for the night. Hey, if your goal is 50 pips, be done. Don't keep trading just because I keep trading. All right. If your goal is 100 pips, we were done with that in the second trade. If your goal is just 20 pips, that's it. Whatever your goal is, hit that, stop, move on. All right. The goal is to catch your pips and be done. If you catch your pips and you're done, don't keep trading. It's like the casino. If you hit a jackpot and they give you a big room, nice room to stay in, don't go back to the casino. All right, don't go back down there. Keep that money. Take their free room. If you're in Vegas, go walk the strip, have fun. If you're somewhere else, hey, you might not want to take the room. You might just want to leave because you ain't got nothing else to do. All right, don't get the money back. The market has taken enough from you. Don't give it back. All right, down about 9 pips on gold. 11, 12, just playing around right now. Nice level of resistance right here. Need for the thing to turn back around on us. Need for it to turn back around. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone asked about, actually multiple people asked about how to get the bid and ask lines showing on both. So I'm gonna show you how to do it, guys, but I also want you to know I have a call every Sunday night. It's announced in the group chat. Join the call. All right. The calls are there to help you guys. All right. When you don't join the calls, you get on this call, and I got to break down something that's very basic that most people on the call knows. It takes away from us being able to learn and advance and catch potential trades. I have no problem showing to you, but the infrastructure is there in place for you guys to do so. All right. Also in the videos, there's videos. You need you guys to watch the videos. It'll keep you in the loop. All right. Those who are watching the videos and on the calls, and they're pipping and dipping because they're already ready and set up. So you got to put in time. There are no shortcuts. Even with AIRO, there are no shortcuts with the software when it comes to trading Forex. There are no shortcuts at all. All right. So to add both red and white lines, what you want to do is right click on the black of the screen, go to properties. From properties, you want to come to, where is it at here? On colors, you want to make sure your grid is white. Matter of fact, go ahead and take a picture of this. Take a picture of this here, screenshot. Background black, foreground white, grid white. That's the key. The grid needs to be white. All right, grid is white. And then go to comment here. You need to make sure that your what? Make sure you show ask line is selected. Show ask line is check marked, and then show grid is not checked. Show ask line has a check, show grid, no check. All right, when you have that, select OK, and guess what? You'll have both your red and white lines showing, which is your bid and your ask. All right. If you don't have them, that's fine. Again, I use that to explain to people what it is. You don't need to see that, but it's just good for people to understand what the spread is. All right. Gold was just up 16 15 minutes ago. Now we're down 16. See, this is why you use proper risk management, especially with indexes and gold. They have wild swings. We could be, in 15 minutes, we were up 16. Now we're down 16. We were. And in the next 15 minutes, we could be up 50 or we could be down 100. Like some of these pairs are volatile. All right. Use proper risk management every time. Do not over leverage. Even if we win 20 trades in a row. That doesn't mean that, oh man, this man, they've been on fire tonight, or Calvin's been on fire tonight. Let me go ahead and change my lot size, double it up. Don't do that. Because then the drawdown happens, and you get in the group chat talking about, are we still holding GU? Yeah, we still holding GU. Let's go look at GU. Look at GU. Golly. Look at that GU. All those that held GU. Y'all know me, I'm conservative, so I got out early. All those held GU. 15 pips. 15 pips. And rising. Shout out to everybody that held GU. Easy peasy. Yeah, it's gold making me mad. I don't like that. Come on, gold. Do your thing. Quit playing with us. So look at G Chef. GI. Gotta have patience, guys. Just because the trade goes in profit the right way first time, it's not gonna stay going in profit. It might reverse. It takes time. Sometimes you gotta have patience. Have to have some patience. Something I had learned a long time ago about patience. Man, we would have gotten that sale on that Bitcoin. Look at that. I told you that thing was gonna fall. Dropped to 11,900 pips, or should I say points. So a little bit over 1,000 pips, about 101,190 pips. A nice little move right there. Nice little move. All right, go do your thing. Head on back down. Make us happy. Let's go answer some more questions here. All right, remember, guys, on the dashboard, if you can't open up all your charts, you placed in a symbol incorrectly. The 200 moving average. Somebody want me to show how to add that. All right, so let's add that. Again, strategy video number 9 shows exactly how to add the 200 moving average. Got to watch the videos, guys. I can't stress it enough. So under these charts, next to the navigator is this white and blue little piece of paper looking icon. You select that. No, we don't want to select that. I'm sorry. We're going to select, oh yeah, the navigator. We'll select the navigator. And what we do is open up indicators. And under indicators, you want to go to trend, hit the plus sign next to trend, and come down here to moving average. Double click on moving average. Under period, change that number to 200. Under shift, 0. Under moving average method, select exponential. Apply to close. Under style, you can change it to whatever you want to. I use magenta because it stands out. I do make mine a little bit thicker. Select OK. I already have mine up, so I'm not going to do it, but you select OK, and that's the 200 moving average. All right, 200 moving average. Has nothing to do with AIRO. The 200 moving average I added through the free tools that are given with the MetaTrader 4 app. All right, free tools given with the MetaTrader 4 app. All right. Down 11 pips, start to move back the right way. Curtis said the 200 moving average was holding gold in place. I needed to hold. I needed to smack gold and head it the other way. All right, down 10 pips now on gold and falling. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let me check real quick. Let me see if we're down 8 pips now and falling. I like it. I like it. Let me go check to see if the bot has made any trades yet. Has the bot made any trades today? Nope, no trades today. Which it shouldn't. It shouldn't. All right. Maybe I'll get some in New York session. Someone asked me, how do I slide my TP the way I just did? Let's go look at that. Again, these calls, guys, if you're on the on my Sunday night call, I go over all this stuff, guys. I need you guys to get on these calls. All right, so let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. So on here, I entered the trade here, the sales here, right? We entered the sale here. So if I put my mouse on the line there where it sells at, and I click and hold it, I can drag. I'm sorry. Put my mouse there. You wait for it to say what? Wait for it to say drag to modify. You click and hold and drag it down. So if we're in a sale, you drag it down. Guess what? It's dragging it down for take profit. You can see over here, it tells you order number, take profit, how much you can make, US dollars, and how many pips. All right. 250 pips, which is really 25, that's really 250 points, 225 pips. And then guess what? If we're in a sale, I drag down for take profit. If I click it and drag up, if I click and drag up, I can click and drag up for what? I can click and drag up for stop loss. All right. I can click and drag up for stop loss. That easy. All right. So we're in a sale. So if I drag down, let's take profit. If we're in the buy, I click and drag it up. All right. That 200 moving average, boy, that's what I'm talking about. 200 moving average. Now we just need to get back in profit and come break this daggum line right here, give me my 25 pips. My FTMO account's counting on it. FTMO counting on it. I closed out 10 pips, 5 and 5 with the what's the name with the GU. I need this to make my night. My goal at FTMO is to make about $500 to $1,000 a night. All right, that's the goal. $500 to $1,000 every time I trade on the FTMO account. That'll get me to the goal I need to get to by April 16th or sooner, which is my 10% profit. Then I will successfully beat the challenge because I'm passing all the other. So for those who want to know, FTMO, what they're going to judge me on is they're judging me on 4 areas. Number 1, do I trade a minimum of 10 days? So throughout my challenge, I have to trade a minimum of 10 days. All right. The next thing they ask about is my max daily loss. I can't not have a max daily loss of more than 5,000. All right. So in one day, I can't lose more than $5,000. Next is your total loss for the entire challenge, the full 30 days, is you can't have what? You can't have a loss. You can't have a loss, total loss, more than 10% of the account. So 5% for daily loss, which is 5,000 on a $100,000 account. 10%, which is 10,000 on a $100,000 account. So I can't lose more than 10,000 total. Can't lose more than 5,000 in a day, more than 10,000 total. And then lastly, I have to make a profit of 10,000. All right, which is 10%. That's for the challenge. For the next, the verification, they cut all that in half. So it's not a big deal. Verification is a lot easier. And then also with the verification as well, I have the verification, you win. And so also the cool thing is I have to pay a fee to take the challenge. If I pass the challenge and then I start trading on the real account, I don't have a profit target. I don't have to make a minimum of 10%. For me, 10% is easy. And a $100,000 account, I can make some decent income, especially if I have 4 $100,000 accounts. 10% is 40 grand. That's 28,000 profit for me. I get to keep 70%. And the cool thing is, when I get my first withdrawal, all the money I paid for the challenge, I get back. All right. So it's a pretty cool platform for those who, for me, I love using OPM. I used to be in real estate. I leverage OPM. I'm gonna do the same thing here in Forex. Other businesses, when I had my online shoe store, I leveraged OPM. I ran the whole entire business with OPM. So credit. So leveraging, if you have a strategy that works, you have the discipline, and you truly understand proper risk management, then guess what? You have opportunity to utilize a platform like this to be able to leverage to, hey, put money in your pocket, food on the table, whatever the case may be. All right. GU moving nicely. Congrats to those who caught a GU. If you caught these trades, guys, GU, UK 100, GER 30, hey, drop those screenshots in the group. GU moving nicely. Here it is. Nice little move. Nice little 15 pips. That was a goal. 15 pips. Hit that easily. I got out early. That's just me, though. I got out early. I didn't like that we're in that counter trend. All right. That's why I got out. Got out at 2 pips in the other account, but in FTMO, got out at 5. I had 2 positions, so I caught 10 pips off of it, so I'm happy. That's 10 is half the 20, and I'm good with that. That's why I entered in twice to get the opportunity to catch that 10 pip move. All right. So we're down 5 pips. I got a late entry on the FTMO account, so I'm in 2 pips later. We're down 6 pips right now, so looking good. Looking good. I like that. That's a high. That's a lower high. That's an even lower high. So, we're trending down. I like those lower highs. Just needed to go ahead and break and head on down. We're running into all this noise right here. It's just kind of stalling right now. All right. All right. We got about 22 minutes left on this call. Let me try to clear up some of these questions here. All right. We showed how to add the 200 moving average on there. We went over that 200 moving average. All right. One minute, second, one quick. Let me check. Nope. So we're still waiting on that. All right. Still waiting on that. Still waiting on some people's VPSs to get fixed. All right. Again, guys, if it's grayed out, if you're one of your pairs, so for example, let's go back to the chart here. All right. If even one of your pairs is grayed out, all right, just one. Let's go back here. Come on, go playing with us. We just had 4. Great. Gold winning one is frustrating. So if any of these are grayed out, let's say you have all 10 pairs here, or 9 that I have, and 8 of them are good, and then 1 is grayed out, that means you inputted it incorrectly. You need to go back, find out how your broker, again, view symbols, and you can find out how your broker labels it. And then you come in there and make sure you come back to the settings over, hit the smiley face, and change the label. Make sure there's a comma and nothing else, no space. Once you have that set, you're good to go. All right, it'll not be grayed out. If it's grayed out, you have inputted in that symbol incorrectly. All right. What strategy is the bot using? The bot will be utilizing strategies 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Again, don't worry too much about the bot. I'm just going to give you guys updates here and there. The bot will be out when it's ready. All right. Down about 8 pips. Now gold, so we should be good. I want to get a pushback down. Let's go back. Start to get a nice move in the right direction. Let's go back and look at gold real quick. Gold trade. There we go. Only down 1 pip, so we're starting to head the right way. Nice rejection there. That's what I'm looking for. Looking for that big push down. FTMO, where we at? Where we at? I need a bigger push. I might do it to myself here. FTMO kind of enter another position. Only taking it for 10 pips. Lock in some profits quickly and lock in some long-term profits as well on that next position. All right. We're getting that momentum in the right direction. I like it. Let me check the support group to see if anybody else's VPS has been fixed just yet. Not yet. All right. Not just yet. All right. We are in the blue, 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 blue. I like it. I like it. I like blue. I like when the screen turns blue. What was my tip you were talking about when you said look at the comparisons with the GBP pairs? So if you've been on my calls, you know that I like to trade with what's known as correlation between the pound pairs. So I like to see them correlate. So let's go back. If you were like GU went and hit 20 pips. So if you hit that thing for 20 pips on GU, shout out to you. Come on, bro. Don't play with me like that. Just give me these pips. Let's go. So on GU, as you see here, the daily open, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 of the pound pairs have daily opens that are higher than from the day they open. From the opens, they're green, they're above. You can see GJ, GU, GN, and G Chef. So that's correlation to tell you that the trend for those 4 are up. And you can see here that from the daily open, both GA and GCAT are about to be in the green, which means that they're trending upward. So that's correlation. That's easier way to see correlation to let you know that those pairs, if 4 or more of the pound pairs are trending in the direction of the trade you're in or want to be in, that gives you higher probability, that trade is going to go in that direction when it comes to trading the pound pairs. That's the way that I trade, and so that's what I look for. That's what I look for. And we just got a nice little arrow on just got a nice little arrow on go, which is the bag entry. Bounce, arrow, go. Beautiful, beautiful. I like to see it. I like to see it. Oh, we didn't get one on FTMO. That sucks. Go ahead and move that down here and get some more pips. Move it on down here, get some more pips. I got 2 positions. Let me go ahead and get these. Yeah, 25 on one. What's the other one at? Put that at 15. All right. Gold looking good. Gold looking Gucci. Let's come back to that same area. Come back to that same area. Can we break that same area? See this area right here? And if you go back further left, can we break that same area? Snatch it back every time. I don't like that. We're in gold. I don't like it. I'm out. I am out. All right. I'm out. I don't like what he's doing right there at that level. So I'm taking my profits and run. That's what I'm doing with gold. Two positions. Got that second entry on the way back down. Could it fall? Yeah. But for me, it keeps coming back to that same area, almost identical, and bouncing off each time. Bouncing off. You see that aggressive bounce off like that? That's what happened last time. It had a aggressive bounce off this area, came back up, price went back up, it's come back down, did the exact same thing. You guys saw it. When you watch these pairs long enough, you'll start to see that they do certain things over and over again. When I see it, those aggressive type moves, that's what's going to happen. It's going to pull back. Now, can it come down and catch 1,000 pips? Sure. But the probability, for me is, I'm going to secure the bag. I'm going to secure the bag. Got 30 pips on that trade with FTMO, and we caught 16 on the other account, the one that we caught a trade on. Let's see, I reached my goal. I came short of my goal tonight. Actually, I didn't know. Made $843 on FTMO account, so between 500 and 1,000. So 4-0 on trades. All I took was GU and gold. I'm FTMO account. I don't take any risk with indices. So I only trade gold and the GBP pairs on FTMO because I can use larger lot sizes, and which allows me to also, make bigger profits and without having to worry about crazy pullback. All right. So that's it for tonight, guys. I mean, hey, it's a good night. 10% for the night. Shout out to you, 10%. I caught 8.43% for the night, so I'm happy with that. 8% for the night. Can't beat it. Is that right? No. I caught 0.843%. 1% is $1,000. So I made less than 1,000. So I caught a little less than 1%. But on a $100,000 account, it adds up. All right. So shout out to everybody that caught GU. We caught money on UK 100. We caught money 50 pips. We caught 50 pips on GER 30. All right. Got out at like 15, 16 pips on gold. Again, I hope you guys understand why we got in and why we got out. You can hold gold longer. For me, the reason why I'm not going to hold gold longer is because we are not in session for gold. So I'm just going to use that as a quick scout. Because gold is acting a little out of order right now. Let me go ahead and answer some more of these questions. Do I think I will ever add the pip counter to the dashboard home screen? It's a good idea. I'll look into that. That's some programming I have to do I'll definitely look into that. That's something that might be pretty cool. That way you don't have to worry about it. Look at that gold went all the way back up to the 200 for those who are on it. I'll look into adding that, the pip counter to the dashboard. That way you can monitor your trades from the dashboard. Shout out to Mr. Alfie Brown on the chat. If you guys don't know, Alfie, gave me the pleasure of doing an interview with him, last week. So check that out. Let's see here. Question about the ADR. On the ADR, does it usually meet up close to the ADR? For example, it says 42 out of 67. So let's say that the overall ADR is 67, as this person asked about. Now that just tells you that for the last 10 days, price has moved on average 67 pips per day. Now, if the number is currently at 42 out of 67, that means price has moved 42 pips from low to high or from high to low. Out of the 67 pips, it's been averaging for the last 10 days. So guess what? That means that it's getting close to fulfilling the average pip count for the day, but there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee it will meet it. There's no guarantee it will go over it. There's no guarantee to stay below it. It's just information letting you know that for the last 10 days, price has been averaging a price movement of 67 pips. So all the ADR is information. For me, the way I use it is that when I'm taking a trade, if ADR for that pair is less than 50 pips and really, or less than 75, but definitely less than 50, less than 75 or less than 50% of the ADR. So for example, if the ADR is 100 pips and I see that prices only move 40 pips, that means, all right, great. Only 40% of the ADR has been fulfilled for the day, which means that if I get into this trade now based on the strategy, my probability of catching my 20 pips that I want to catch, I have a higher probability. Now, if we're already at 80 pips out of the 100, my probability of catching 20 more is lessened. All right, lessened. So the ADR is just more informational purposes for me that allows me to make a more educated decision. Does that mean I'm going to be right every time? No. But for me, long term, it allows me to be more consistent and more profitable because it helps me to analyze the markets and understand when I'm taking a high probability trade. I don't like taking 50-50 trades, as I call them, guess trades. Because price can go up or price can go down. All right. So I'm not trying to take a 50-50 trade. I want to enter into the direction of a trade. I want to enter that direction based on what? Based on the actual trade itself, based on information given to me, news, is there news, no news, ADR, correlation, candlestick formation, whatever the case may be. However you trade, stick to those rules. My rules may be different than yours, but this is just the way I trade. All right. It works for me. We've done pretty well on these calls with it. And hopefully you guys are learning from it. Again, even if you don't use all the rules I use, it's cool, take bits and pieces here and there so that you can do what? So that you can add to your strategy. All right. So yes, so the dashboards haven't been fixed yet. They're still working on all the dashboards. I sent in like 25 names. So give these guys an opportunity to get everything filled out. All right. And like I said, go ahead, drop in the group chat, all the wins you guys are making. Hopefully you guys had a good night tonight. I'm seeing a lot of wins, so looks like it. And we'll be back tomorrow night, guys. We'll be back tomorrow night. Try to catch more trades. Anybody else that needs help with the dashboard, we'll work on it. All right. Somebody said when I double clicked to go back to the dashboard, it cleared my whole screen, but I'm still in a trade. How do I get my screen back up? Same way you put it up the first time. Put the chart back on the screen, put the dashboard on it, do the settings. If you close it out, you got to put it back on there. So just put it back on there like you did the first time. Anyone holding gold? I hope not. I hope not, because gold is turning around. All right, it hit that area, and let's go take a look at it, guys. You guys can see what gold is doing. That's why I got out. That is why I got out. All right, look at that. Heading the other way. Heading the other way. At same level, hit twice. All right, identical. And when they hit it, it had a nice bounce off. It jumped up like 4 or 5 pips. So when I saw that, I said, time to get out. Time for me to get out. Shout out to anybody that stayed in GU. The GU went to the moon. If you stayed in that trade, you caught 20 pips. We got in on that bag entry right there. GU ran up 27 pips. So shout out to anybody that stayed in there for the full 20. I got out at like 10 pips on the FTMO account and like 3 pips on this account. That's FTMO, so I got out at 10 pips here. So decent night. The bot didn't take any trades. Or did it? Let's take a look. Nope. Bot didn't take any trades. I got the bot running on a demo account until I fix all the bugs. When I have the bot running on a live account, you guys know that it's just about ready. When I run the bot on a live account, you guys know that it's just about ready. All right. Look at that. Gold broke above the wedge. I'm at the wedge with the trend line. So yeah, hopefully you got out and you got up arrow. And you got up arrow. All right. Hopefully you got out of that trade. GR 30, no entry. Bitcoin, chilling. Bitcoin, nice little wedge going on right now. Now just waiting for a nice little breakout. Waiting for a nice little breakout. In an uptrend, so I would look to make I would look to take a trade to the upside when it breaks above. You know, if you decide to trade that, just because we are in an uptrend. All right. One green zone, one red zone. You see those prices. Well, one green, one red zone, but we're heading the opposite direction. So actually, I would look to take that trade and sell. You see here, the trend line was broken. Trend line was broken. All right. So we get a nice little break. I would look for 2 breaks. I'd look for a break below this level of support. And it's support here. Don't worry about the wicks. Is where the body stopped at. So I'm looking for price to break below the wedge and below the support line. So at the 57, 460 to 57, 470 range, depending on your broker. I can't give you exact price points because that'd be a financial advice. But if I were looking to take a trade on Bitcoin, I would wait for Bitcoin to break through the wedge and close below this blue line here. And I would be looking to sell Bitcoin. All right. I'd be looking to sell it, and I'd be looking to sell it to the top of the money zone from 4 days ago, which would be a nice little lick. Nice little lick. So you see here, from the blue line to the blue line is a total of 915 pips or 9,150 points. All right. So you're looking to take Bitcoin. That's kind of what I would be looking to do if I was looking to trade Bitcoin. I don't really trade Bitcoin much these days. It's been acting stupid, very stupid. And when I say stupid, it's been acting very erratically. So it's not very predictable. Typically, when I do trade Bitcoin, when we called out some trades, the trade we took the most were strategy number 1. So bounce bag entries and wedges. Those were the 2 that we called out, the 2 strategies we used the most on this call, or at least the 2 that I was comfortable with. There are some other traders that trade with it, and they have other strategies. That's just what I feel comfortable with trading. All right, so tonight we have 4 trades. We didn't lose any. I don't count GU. But we went 4-0, 3-0 really. We went 2-0 yesterday. So hey, that's why I said use proper risk management. You can bounce back. We're already 5-0 for the week. And for those who held GU, are 6-0 for the week on these trades we took. And guess what? We went 2-4 last week. First losing week in the last 4 months. And we already bounced back within Monday and Tuesday now. We're at 6-0. So we've done what? We've come back and made back those losses potentially that we lost last week, depending on if you've been over leveraged. All right. So we still have 2 more days left in the week. Countdown to NFP. I'm going to trade this week, so I'm gonna be on. And if you're going to continue to trade after we get off this call, make sure to use proper risk management. And in the meantime, look out for your account, to be restored. When I see from the support group, I'll throw it into the AIRO bag chat for you guys. Let you guys know your account's been fixed. See you guys in the funny papers.